Think about the last time you walked up to an ATM like this one. You pushed a piece of plastic into a slot, typed 4 numbers, and listened to the mechanical whirring inside. A few seconds later, paper bills slid out into your hand. We treat these machines like simple vending machines. You ask for your money, and it gives it to you. It feels like a localized, personal vault holding your specific cash. But the machine doesn't actually know who you are. The paper bills it hands you are merely the physical conclusion to a much larger digital event. The real process happens in the silence between the moment you hit enter and the moment the dispenser opens. In those 3 seconds, an invisible shockwave of encrypted data travels across the globe. To see how money actually moves, we have to slow down time. We need to expand those 3 seconds into a journey through the invisible nervous system of the global economy. For decades, security relied on a simple magnetic stripe. It was essentially a piece of magnetic tape holding an account number, easily cloned and easily stolen. Modern cards use this, a microchip. This tiny golden square is actually a microscopic, fully functioning computer. When you insert it, the ATM powers up this computer to perform a digital handshake. The chip generates a unique, one-time cryptographic code for that specific transaction. Even if intercepted, the code becomes useless a millisecond later. When you type your PIN, the ATM encrypts those digits, bundles them with the chip's code and the requested amount, and prepares to transmit the package. This request leaves the machine and enters a dedicated high-speed line. It doesn't travel on the public internet. It moves through a private, heavily guarded financial internet. First, the data hits the acquiring bank, the institution that owns the ATM. This bank scans the first few digits of your card number to identify your actual bank, using them like a financial zip code. Next, the data hits the switch. These are massive global payment networks, processing thousands of transactions every single second. The switch acts as a traffic controller, taking your encrypted request and routing it thousands of miles away to the central servers of your specific bank, the issuing bank. For centuries, ledgers were physical books like this, recorded by hand. Today, your bank's ledger is a massive, constantly updating digital database, sitting on a highly secured mainframe. The mainframe opens the encrypted package to verify your PIN and check your balance. Simultaneously, it runs your request through AI models to detect fraud, checking for geographic anomalies, like a withdrawal in a city you've never visited. Once the algorithms clear the request, the bank approves the transaction. At this stage, absolutely no physical money has moved. The bank simply alters a database, subtracting the amount from your digital balance and creating a digital IOU to the bank that owns the ATM. An approval code is generated and fired back down the chain, from the issuing bank, through the switch, and down the encrypted wire to the machine on your street corner. Only now does the ATM's internal computer wake up the mechanical components inside the box. Rubber rollers peel the exact number of bills from internal cassettes, while optical sensors scan the thickness of the paper. This ensures 2 bills haven't stuck together, preventing the machine from over-dispensing by mistake. You take your money and walk away. But while the physical interaction is over, the banks are still managing the millions of digital promises created throughout the day. Even after the cash is in your pocket, those digital IOUs remain on the books. Millions of these transactions generate a massive web of unsettled debt between global financial institutions. At the end of the day, the banks bundle these IOUs and settle the differences in bulk transfers through a central clearinghouse. Modern currency is no longer defined by gold in a vault or the paper in your wallet. It is pure information, data flowing through fiber optic cables, verified by algorithms, and stored as ones and zeros on a digital ledger. The ATM is just the printer. The real wealth is in the network.